All right guys, so, you know, I have a 20-foot bass boat, and if I start to keep every single bait in my boat that I've ever caught a bass on, I'm gonna run out of real estate very, very quick. So a couple of years ago, I started trying to figure up baits that I could keep in my boat that had multiple intended purposes. Now there's still some specialty stuff that I keep in here. For the most part, I want baits that I can use a lot of different ways, all the way from Florida to New York, smallmouth, largemouth, everything. And by far, the best bait for that has been crawl style baits. You know, they're the bait that you can throw on the back of something, standalone, flipping, every single thing. So, you know, this is the one that I've been using for a while now. This is the Rapala CrushCity Cleanup Craw. You know, I've been throwing this thing for probably 6 months now. It's quickly became my favorite crawl style bait, but there's some properties of it that I really, really like. You know, they make all the good colors, but you can see in my box, I keep it pretty simple. See, I've got a good number of white ones, good number of green pumpkin ones, some black and blue ones. I really like the black and blue green pumpkin. It's one of my favorite colors if the water's stained, even a little bit. It's half black and blue, half green pumpkin. Really, really cool color that I've came pretty fond of in recent years. And I keep some, I kind of imitate bluegill if the water's a little bit stained, some green pumpkin and chartreuse, but I keep it pretty simple. I just keep a bunch of the colors that I like. But most important thing to this is, I keep more crawl style baits in my boat than any other style bait. Like flipping baits, I don't keep this many. You know, worms, I don't keep this many, but I keep a ton of these. And the reason for that is, you can throw them on the back of a jig, flipping it, swimming it, everything you want to do with it. It's one of the absolute best Carolina rig baits. Good thing about the cleanup crawl is, it's got a smaller profile, but has a lot of kicking action to it. Still has a lot of draw power when you're flipping it around, and a little bit smaller profile. So 3.5 inches long, but still a ton of draw power. You know, a lot of times if I'm fishing a vibrating jig, I'll put a shad style trailer. But I'm fishing a vibrating jig in really muddy water, I'll put a crawl style trailer on the back of it to give that bait a lot of lift and really hold it high up in the water column, just reeling around the outside edge of grass and wood and all that type of stuff. So just tons and tons of intended purposes. So one of the things that I just wanted people to kind of think about is keeping baits in the boat that have multiple intended purposes, because when you start loading these things, you run out of real estate extremely quickly. So having a bait that can kind of do it all is extremely crucial.